Hey everyone, welcome to another video of the series. And in this video, we will be doing JavaScript and implementing, functionalities and getting data in our detail screen. So till now, I'll give you a brief. Till now, we have just worked on the search screen. So for example, if I search for say eat, it will show me all the results which are matching the term. And we also did a little bit of, CSS and starting to make it look pretty good. But if I click on more info, which takes me to the details screen, there is nothing. The data which we see is just pretty much, empty and hard coded. So we need to fix that. How we do that? We are going to use obviously CoinGecko API. So let me go to CoinGecko API, and here I'm going to search for the detail API. So if I scroll down in V3, there is going to be a coin/ID. This is the detail API to get the detail of any coin. So I'm going to try it out and say, so I search for Ethereum. Localization is basically to give response in localized languages, languages other than English, such as your, Japanese, Chinese, Russian, Spanish, German, whatever. So in our situation, we don't need that. So I'm just going to leave it as false. Otherwise, they will send it and we're not going to use it. So it's going to be like additional wastage of data. So I want, very small packets. So it's fast. If the size of your data is small, if the size of your JSON, the exchange is small, then it's going to be comparatively faster. So you want as less data as possible. Just ask what you need. Ticker, again, I'm not gonna, building something based on real-time market information or anything. Market data, yes, I want, because current price I do need. Community data, I don't want. Community data is like how popular that coin is, what are the trading information and all of those things. Developer data, like GitHub repository or development network or whatever I don't want. Sparkline, also I don't want, because it will give you 7-day data. What I am planning is that in my chart, the chart which we have thought, in that we will just show 24 hours. So for that we are going to use another endpoint. And that would be it for customization. Hit execute. Let's see. We've got ID, symbol, name. That is what we needed. We've got description, the long paragraph which we were looking for. Apart from that, we have got GitHub. We don't need it. We've got the logo, thumb, which was small, large, whatever. And let me scroll down a little bit. Other than that, we have also got the current price. And this price is in many various currencies. So, we can just see here, for example, for Ethereum, what do we have? Do we have INR? INR, yep. So we have got for INR here. Do we have Euro? Euro also we were planning. Euro we have got. USD. What about USD? We were planning USD as well. And we have got USD as well. So you see, we can directly just with one API call, we can use this information. For the price history, we will have to make another API call. That is okay. That is completely okay. One page can make more than one API calls. That's not a problem. So I'm going to copy this URL and we don't need this anymore. Go to my code and go to the JavaScript file, because this is where all the logic happens. So I'm going to paste it. And where do we start? Window.onload. So window.onload is equal to function. And here we are going to just write, typical load data functions, things like this. So function load detail, for example. And I'm going to call this function from here. Again, I could have just written all the logic in one very big function, which would have been even more confusing. So it's better to, keep things separate and your function size is small. Okay. So inside load detail, obviously we're going to fetch. So fetch the data. Where do we fetch it from? We're going to fetch it from this URL. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to paste it here. And we need to change a couple of things before even we fetch. We need to know which data are we going to fetch? We need to show the detail of a coin, but which coin? How do we get that coin name? How do we get that coin ID? We get that using the query parameter. If I take you back to my browser, you will notice here there is a query parameter, and this is going to be different. If I go back, select say USDT, I select Tether, open this, you see the ID is Tether. If I go back, select Ethereum Classic, the ID is Ethereum-Classic. So this is dynamic. How did this happen? This happened when we were implementing the search screen. Remember, in the anchor tag, we concatenated the coin ID. This is why we did that. And now in the detail screen, we get that ID, we get that coin ID. Based on this coin ID, we can fetch the detail. That is the power of logic. So we thought that we will need it in future, and now this is helping us. So we'll go back to the code. We have got the coin ID in our query parameter, and we have to extract it. So we're gonna, just use the same thing. Const URL string. First, take the whole URL. That is going to be window.location.href. From this URL string, I'm going to create a URL object. So const URL obj is equal to new URL string. From this URL object, I'm going to create a search param. So search not use search param. That's React. URL search params and pass URL obj.search. And I have to create an object. Last time I forgot to create, this time I won't. So new, and save this maybe in params, and make sure to check if ID exists or not. So if params dot has, what does it has? ID. If it doesn't have that, now if it doesn't have that ID, I'll put it in quotes because ID is a key. If it doesn't have this, in that case, take me back to the home screen. So window.location.href becomes /. If I don't have the ID, just take me back to that screen. Like the home screen basically. If I have ID, good, really good. But if I don't have it, just go back to the index page. Okay, I'll show you that. Go to the Firefox. I always say Firefox. It's not Firefox, but I'm used to it. Anyway, so if I don't have the ID, say for example here, then it will take me. So now if I try to open detail.html without any ID, because obviously we need a coin ID in order to show the detail. When we don't have the coin ID and we try to open the detail page, it takes us back. So that is one, error case that we have handled. Otherwise, if we open the detail page, which data will it show? We are not passing any coin ID. If we are passing, then it's okay to show the page. Otherwise, if we are not passing, if the params does not have any ID, you see, negation operator not, then take me back to my home page. Simple funda. Now at this point, I have the ID. Now all I have to do is prepare the fetch. So I'm gonna, clear up some stuff. Yep. And where do I put the ID? I put the ID somewhere here. So coins / whatever you have. So I'm gonna put string concatenation ++, and here we go. Params dot get, what do I get? ID. We can also do templating. So we can do backticks. Backticks are for templating. We know templating. So backtick here. And now we don't need, these quotes and plus symbol inside. So just remove them. Directly use curly and dollar obviously, and put this. This is also completely fine. Okay. Anyway, once my query is done, then convert function we have already written. So convert to JSON. Then here I'm gonna write, load data. So for example, I'm gonna create another function. Function load. Load detail is already there. So maybe load detail, or maybe render. Render is better. Okay, and render will take a data. So then will be data, right? So we check, are we getting correct things or not? So console.log data. Go back to my browser. Here we are. Open developer tools, F12, go to console, and we have a problem. Data is not defined. Let's see. Where is it saying? Detail.js line number 13. It also tells you the line number. You see colon 13. So that is the line number. So let's go back and check. Detail.js line number 13. Dot then data. Yes, data is not defined. Here we have to get the function name. Function name is render. Right? Data is the variable. Data is the parameter. But we don't give parameter, right? We give the function name. So now if I save and go back to my browser, we have got the data. Everything is working. All the data is here. And let's try to extract this. So from this, what do we need? First of all, we're going to need the name and the prices. So name is here directly. Nothing here. So probably, data.name. Description, where is description do we see? Description. So data.description, but en. So we need data.description, which is an object, .en. Okay. Prices are going to be market. So market data, data.market data dot current price. Somewhere it was current price dot whatever currency we want. Okay. So let's just try till now. Let's just do till now, till this point. So from this, what do we need? Const, first of all, name we need. Const name is going to be data.name, simple. Const description is going to be data.description.en. Remember? Now prices, we need 3 price. That was INR, USD, EUR. Maybe let's make it 4, round figure 4. We'll make it, add pounds also, GBP. Okay. So I'm going to do const INR, const USD, const USD, const EUR, const GBP. Okay. We're going to see how we can get to the prices again. So I'll go to my browser. So prices are data.market data. Inside that we have current price. Inside that each currency. So data.market data dot current price dot INR. Okay. And this is not a standard. This is decided by the backend team. So it changes from API to API. Okay. There is no standard. There are some standards, but the point is you should always check in console.log, check what data you are getting, because this is different from API to API. It's always different. You have to check that. Okay. So here we go. Data.market underscore data dot current underscore price dot INR. So I'm just going to copy this and, just use it .USD here. And here will be .UR, and here is going to be .GBP. Okay, I've done this. Now description is done, name is done, and we just need the logo, the thumbnail. So we'll go back to the browser and we'll try to see where is the thumb. So market data is done. Thumb is inside image. So data.image dot we can do large, why not? So data.image.large. So my logo, const logo is equal to data.image.large. Okay. So this is what we have got. I don't need this anymore. And now all I have to do is just put this into places. So for example, for name, did we add any element for name? Where is name? Name is this one. We did not. So I'm going to add an ID and call it coin and hyphen name. I don't need this. So coin hyphen name. So detail.js, again, just render this. Maybe I'll just write, maybe dot. Okay. So detail.js, same. Document, get element by ID. What is ID? Coin hyphen name dot inner HTML. Where is the HTML? Name. Okay. Do you want to show the symbol also? I'm not really sure. Maybe we can do the same thing which we have done previously. So I'm just going to use backticks. So data.namespace. Obviously this has to be a variable. So, $curly. And here also $curly data.symbol. Okay. So name is done. Then what do we need? We need description. So document dot get element by ID. Coin description. Let's go to somewhere paragraph. This is the paragraph. So ID coin hyphen description. Okay. Obviously we need to remove this. So this lorem ipsum goes. Again, just put dot, or you can put loading or whatever you like, you can put that. Okay, so description, this is coin hyphen description. So coin hyphen description dot inner HTML is equal to description. Oops, description. Why is this extra bracket here? Here we go. Okay. So coin description dot inner HTML is equal to description. Now the coin also we need to handle. The logo, I'm going to move logo a little bit above, because logo we're going to handle first here. So the logo goes in the image, which is this one, right? So image src, we'll just leave this one, default image, because it's our logo, which is okay. And I will give here coin hyphen logo element. Okay. So again, same thing. Document dot get element by ID. It's so much repetitive thing, and in React it's so beautiful. You don't have to write these repetitive codes. Coin logo dot src is equal to logo. Simple. So based on the logo, whatever you have, you're going to show that. Now for price, I need one more, right? I need for GBP as well. So I'm gonna just quickly search for GBP logo. I'm gonna go to google.com. I'll take you there as well. Come with me to the Google and search for GBP logo. Here we have the symbol. Close it, go back here and go here and whatever. So here I'm just gonna make it a span tag. And here we go. So this will contain the data. So GBP hyphen price, so that I don't have to render the symbol as well. I could do that, but this is better. I don't want to change this in the JavaScript, so I'll just let it be, and I'll just use a span tag. So this will be an ID of EUR hyphen price dot, and for this is going to be USD. So span ID of USD hyphen price dot, and this is going to be span, close it, ID of INR hyphen price. Again, dot. You can show anything. This is so basically the reason I'm doing these dots is because when I initially load the page, it will take at least a couple of milliseconds or microseconds to load the data from the API, right? It's never immediate. It's never that instantaneous. It takes some time. It can be very less time, but some time. So during that time, I want to show just dot. I can show loading, I can show nothing, but I choose to show dot. Maybe you might choose something else. It's up to you. It's completely fine. Okay. So I've got these elements: INR price, USD price, EUR price, GBP price. So let's quickly put them together. Document.get element by ID. ID is going to be INR hyphen price dot inner HTML. No, not inner HTML. It has to be inner text. This has been a mistake from my side in the previous one. It has to be inner text because we're not changing any HTML, right? It has to be inner text. Don't give inner HTML. Until and unless you are actually changing the HTML, just don't give. Okay, maybe in description you might want to give because you are showing that data. So here inner HTML, because description might contain link and all of those things. Okay, but other than that we don't actually need it. So for INR price it's done. Document.get element by ID for USD price dot inner text is equal to USD for the USD. Document.get element by ID for EUR price dot inner text is equal to EUR document.get element, element by ID, and the ID is GPP price dot inner HTML is equal to GPP. Okay, and at this point my browser should be able to load all of this. Let's see this in action. I'll take you to my browser, and it seems everything is loaded. Ethereum name is there, the logo is there, description, text, and the whole description. You see, description has links. So that is why I was saying, in the case of description, it is okay to leave it as inner HTML because there is HTML. There are these links, there are anchor tags. But in other cases, it's just, it's unnecessary. So just give inner text. Okay. Let's check another one. Let's take to USDT. Wait for it. And we have the USDT as well. The image is, looking a little bit weird. Let me quickly open my developer console and see if we can fix the CSS. If we can do it, I would want to do in this video itself. So this is a flex container. Okay. And this is a flex. Okay. So maybe in flex container, I can just do align items and I want to do start. Okay. Yep. So align item start will fix the logo shape, because I'm just aligning them to start. By default, they will be stretch. By default, it is stretch. You see, maybe I might not be visible. Maybe I'll just shift it here. Oh, damn. It's too much stretch. It will stretch across the whole height. It will try to stretch. So to fix that, just align items start. Now the logo is at the start, which is very small, which is okay because there's very less width also. But that we can fix using the margins and everything. But other than that, if I move it down, the logo is not stretching. So that is what I wanted. So the fix for that is in the flex container for section, make sure that we give align items start. So let's do that. Let's jump into our code. There will be detail.css. Open this file. There will be a flex container, which is this one. This whole container. So here align items will be start, or you can also give flex start. And we go back to the browser just to confirm, and boom, that is working perfectly fine. So right now the price history, that chart.js is pending. That's the only thing which is pending. Other than that, if I go for something else, say search for Bitcoin, search for Bitcoin, say open wrap BTC, whatever, open that, loads it. Maybe it doesn't have a description, so it's okay. It's okay. Some coins don't have a description. It's a thing with CoinGecko. Can't help it. And say maybe we'll search for another coin, maybe Bitcoin. This obviously has a description. So we've got the description as well. Everything's fine. Maybe Satoshi Vision, maybe this one. This one definitely has a description. So quite a long description. Maybe I want to justify this. I am not really sure, but we can look into justify. So text align, justify. Yeah, this looks much clean. Maybe I want to justify. See, without justify, it looks like this, like weird thing. And if I just open this and in my elements, select this paragraph and just give it text align, justify. See, now it looks way cleaner. So I might do that. I might actually do that. So I'll go back to my code. And here, since we already have an ID for description, so I'm just going to use that ID, coin hyphen description text align justify. Okay, so go back to my browser and everything is justified. Even if I refresh, everything is aligned perfectly. And below that will be price history. Obviously, that chart.js we will add. It's not a problem. So we go to search again, search for some other meme coin. Just search for Doge, for example. Take you to Dogecoin, have more information and have everything. Okay, so that's what I wanted, right? That's all the information. Now we're almost done. Maybe adding the home functionality here, maybe click here to go home might be helpful. But I think that would be it for this video, and I will see you in the next